Hello. So this is going to be another episode where we dub over. I think this is either the fourth or fifth one, and I counted them. There are 10, so we're about halfway through having to do this, unfortunately. But either way, in this one, we are just going to do Rimerock real quick to get the Rueful Axe. Rimerock is pretty straightforward as a melee character. Um, you typically just hold down the sprint button, run all the way up to the mage, bull rush him, kill him. That's it. You basically just ignore whatever Atronach is here. Because Atronach is in a position where it can't really, like, block your path. The shock one is the most annoying one because he's so accurate, or storm. It's not likely to miss you. Oh no, I say that and then he immediately misses me, and then I miss my bull rush. But for some reason, his AI template, at least for me, oh, this is really quiet. His AI template will always try to put buffs up, and then the time that it takes him to cast buffs, he dies quickly. So here I kind of am just gonna let Barbas tank the Atronach because I don't really want to get in melee combat with an Atronach. Cast the wrong spell there. I was looking to summon Spectral Archer, but Barbas is invincible, so you can literally just let him fight the Atronach the entire time if you want to. This place also has insanely, insanely good gear for how easy it is to do. So, might be something to look into, but either way, we are going to take advantage. I don't remember if it's locked or not. It might be locked, though. I'm not sure. If you haven't done Haymar Shame. I don't know. This is my first time doing Clavicus Vials quest, so. But as you can see, I think it's either a Requiem thing or a jTweaks thing. It makes Barbas do like no damage, but that doesn't really matter because he can basically infinitely tank because he doesn't have a health bar. So, but I'm not interested in taking any chances here because they don't really take that much damage. Atronachs don't, and something that I learned later too, during research. I don't remember if I knew it at the time of this episode, is that the Rueful Axe is not, even though it is a Daedric weapon, it is not. It does not have the Daedric keywords. Or I guess not a Daedric weapon, but it's a weapon from like a Daedric prince. It doesn't have the Daedric keyword. It actually has the silver keyword. So you don't get the 50% extra or 25% extra damage against Daedra either, which is unfortunate. But it's either jTweaks or jTweaks makes it to where it has a 0.7 swing speed instead of a 0.9, so it is a very, very fast two-handed weapon, which I think is a good change because I was looking at the stats before and it's like there's nothing that really sets the Rueful Axe apart from other battle axes in this game. Like honestly, a Daedric battle axe is better, and a Dragonbone battle axe is much better. I mean, they don't have the silver keyword, but still. But since the attack speed's been increased, it's a lot better than it was. To the point of where I actually think it's a really good weapon. So yeah, I believe in this episode I didn't know that it's considered silver. But anyways, since Rimerock is so quick, we're of course gonna do more content in this episode. We also are gonna do Volskygge, so we're kind of just bringing some corpses with us. But it's nice to finally have a weapon that isn't bound, so I don't have to deal with casting, because I do have to say there's a few things I learned from this build. One of them is that using a two-handed bound weapon and also summoning is very, very, very inconvenient. More inconvenient than I thought it would be, to be honest. Um, so that's lesson number one. Um, Obviously, and then the other lesson is how detrimental it is having a slower magic regen while having a summon out. But as you can see, this thing swings insanely fast. I believe it swings just as fast as a one-handed mace, or maybe even a little faster. So I don't remember if we do Volskygge for the I don't remember if this is the one that has a Daedric Battle Axe, or I just did it because it's close, and I want the Dragon Priest Mask anyways. I don't remember now off the top of my head. Like I recorded this episode at least 3 weeks ago, so I don't really remember everything. Um, because once again, I realized when I went way back and started uploading the videos that the audio was borked on these, so it still sounds pretty quiet. I don't know how quiet it is for you guys, but turn it up a little bit more. The classic, he runs past all of my allies to come and hit me. Pretty funny. Might as well take blood because we're not interested in stage 4 for this dungeon. This dungeon's pretty easy. I don't remember what I was explaining here. I think we want to make sure that we keep our elixirs of blood full. I don't know what added the elixirs of blood. I thought that was my bandit. See, and this time he ran past me to go and attack my allies. So the aggroing AI is just so weird. But yeah, I don't think I realized that the Rueful Axe's attack speed is higher yet. So, I remember being kind of disappointed seeing that it basically has the same damage as a, I believe it has the same damage as Ebony, or, yeah, I think it's Ebony, but it swings faster, like I said, but I don't think I realized that yet. It is very weird to do a Draugr dungeon and have it be all bandits, though. Yeah, unfortunately not much commentary to give for this one. It's a pretty standard pretty standard dungeon, pretty easy. I couldn't remember if this one locks you in or not. I've done Volskygge a few times, just not like to the point of where I memorize it like the back of my hand. I believe it's snake bear. It's like snake bear wolf fox or snake bear fox wolf. I don't remember. I think if you get it wrong, it summons a bunch of Draugr, so I think it is actually worth getting it wrong if you're like trying to min-max insights, but we're pushing towards endgame now, so we're not really interested in farming anymore. It's mostly just acquiring gear, getting ready for the endgame, because our build's almost where we need it to be. And now that we're a vampire, frost damage is not scary anymore. Even though I'm only stage 1. So much is left in this video. Oh, a good amount still. Okay. One of the only singular blade traps in the game. Yeah, Volskygge's kind of long too. Or Volskygge, or whatever you want to call it. Oh. Yeah, I have to say, dubbing these episodes is interesting. It is kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie, because A, I've already done this myself, and B, like, I don't know, my content's kind of slow. You guys tell me what you think, but like, because I watch, you know, Benny's content and Greed's content, and they're like, you know, pedal to the metal, and I'm kind of like, I'm just hanging out, man. Which I don't mind playing that way. I just don't know if it's interesting to watch, because I like to play very slow. I actually play slower than this when I play by myself. Now, of course, the Bound Axe does have the unique advantage that it soul traps, but we also can't get use soul trapping, really. I mean, we can, but it's kind of inconvenient because you have to buy these things called Scrolls of Soul Gem Evocation. They'll let you use soul gems to recharge items without needing the enchanting perk, if you're not a race that can do it naturally. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one's which. Obviously the bandit's mine, but... But yeah, this dungeon is long. Yeah, I saw this Death Lord over here. I said, we're going to bring this guy with me, because it can still shout even without having the perk. Because I guess it doesn't count as a spell. A lot of good potions in here, though. For at least it has that going for it with how long it is. Because we got all those just in this dungeon, I believe. Or between, I guess all of those this episode. Between Rimerock and here. Classic Skyrim AI. But it probably would have been faster for me to just kill the spiders, because obviously I'm immune to poison now since I'm a vampire. Yep, classic corpses standing around. It is what it is. That's the other thing about playing like a necromancer type character, is you are very much at the mercy of Skyrim AI. Just like having a follower. Which, I mean, to be honest, playing this is kind of like having a follower or multiple followers, so it does make the game pretty easy. But I really wanted to try a necromancer type build, especially a recorded run. But as you'll start to see later and later in the series, we rely less and less on summons and more on just the fact that we're an orc with a two-handed weapon. Because it's still the most powerful combo in the game. really sure what I was doing here. I don't know why I was so scared of the spider, to be honest. I think just because he can knock you down. But Spectral Archer is insane. Now, why I can't walk through a ghost? That's anybody's question. But yeah, Conjuration is like, as long as you don't use it as long as you don't use Conjuration as your primary source of damage, Conjuration is just an incredible support school of magic. What somebody else suggested that I thought was actually really interesting is to have done this as a high elf. And this fool almost wrecks me in one shot. Jogger two-hander still hurt. Yeah, that was really sloppy. I could have easily died right there. If the other guy hit me, I'd probably die, honestly. So that was really... just goes to show you one time of playing sloppy and you very easily die. Of course, we want to bring the Death Lord with us. I wanted to see if I still had my other summons up. They're just, of course, doing nothing, sitting really far back. It's these hallways, too, especially really just kind of mess with the Skyrim AI. To where they'll just not go down hallways. My other jogger are already not coming, you know, because Skyrim things. There's randomly an orange Halcom vein in here. which is interesting. But yeah, it's also good to know that you can basically use Raised Dead 2 for pretty much most of the game and then just jump straight into Raised Dead 5. The only thing Raised Dead 2 really can't summon, even dual cast, is I'm really lucky that didn't kill me as well. Because the Frost Shout is just crazy. Because I kind of remembered at the last second, if they're over level 40, they can have the Frost Shout. But that also means I can use him with his Frost Shout. Let's see, how much more do we have left? Because I think Volskygge has an exterior, right? Or no? I don't remember. We have like 5 minutes left in the episode. I have to say, man, this dungeon is long. I know I already said it, but... yeah, we're still pushing Conjuration up. I'm still considering Binding Contract, but honestly, the further we go, the less useful it starts to look. I don't remember what we end up going with. I think we do end up taking the first alteration perk here, maybe. Because alteration just has so many goodies. It's one of those things where alteration is so strong there's almost never an argument to not take alteration. We don't really need anything else. Just mage armor on its own is just insane. Yeah, Volskygge does have the exterior. It only brought my 2 Death Lords, but that's okay. And I believe this is just another word for Storm Call, so it's kind of not helpful. No, Whirlwind Sprint. Oh, that's right. I did this partially for the Whirlwind Sprint word as well. I'm a gigantic fan of Whirlwind Sprint. So he kind of like floats around. I don't know what he was doing. But it's kind of whatever. Like, I don't remember if I enable disable him. I think it's because I have enabled and disabled small tweaks at some point in this playthrough, but I don't remember. Or if he's just bugged for some reason, I'm not sure why, but... But it doesn't really fix his AI, so I don't know what's the dealio here, but oh well. I mean, I think he would have been fine either way. Like, I think we would have killed him regardless. But... So this one, let's see how much left I have left in this video. So this mask is very interesting now. It used to be absolute trash, but now it gives, let's see, I'm pretty sure I go over them. It gives fortified carry weight, fortified carry weight by a bunch, unarmed by 50, but then it also gives what used to be water breathing, but Forn changed water breathing to undying breath, which lets you basically it basically eliminates all of the debuffs of low stamina. So it lets you still swing at full speed, run at full speed, etc., etc. So in a way, it kind of makes stamina irrelevant. So it might be interesting to... I'm very much planning a build that's going to use Volsung soon. Because I think Undying Breath people are absolutely sleeping on. I'm going to go ahead and pause this because that's the end of the video anyways. But I think Undying Breath is something that people are really, really sleeping on right now in the game. I think it's, like, low-key the best effect in the game. But either way, we're not going to use that on this build, though, because we're already too far and we don't really need stamina that bad. But either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.